What is up, guys? We are back from the dead. We are back from the dead here with the beginning of the GBA Season 2. Sharpedoes are going after it this season. Alright, this match is against the Chicago Granbulls, owned by one and only Kyle. Apparently we have some kind of rivalry started on this season, but you know what? We'll run with it, see how this goes. I lead off with my scissor. He leads off with his polytoad. This is a choice banded scissor. As you know how his choice banded scissors do. Go for U-turn. He said this was a defensive polytoad, and that did a lot. So I kind of questioned it at first when I went for that damage, thinking, maybe he wasn't. But anyway, going to Starmie, figure it's the safest switch, and he goes for Scald. I was either thinking he's going to go for Scald to get the burn, or Ice Beam just to predict something. But I figured he wouldn't stay in, so I didn't want to go for T-Bolt. And I thought he was going to go to Venusaur, so I picked the middle ground, being Psyshock. I figured that was a good move because, as you see, he went to Kabutops, and it does a lot of damage. However, I did not see the X-Scissor coming. I looked up during the match what Kabutops' moves were, and I did not expect X-Scissor. So, he got a good kill on that. I wasted Starmie, and at the moment I felt bad because I was like, no, I thought I needed that, but later on, you'll see it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I just go for the safe Bullet Punch here. I figure if he stayed in, thinking he could, go for Stone Edge or go for like Aqua Jet. I thought he had Aqua Jet. He could get some good damage off because I figured he'd be faster anyway. But Bullet Punch I thought would kill. Anyway, goes into Ninetales, takes nothing, but still a good 0.25% from Bullet Punch. So I predict the Will-O-Wisp because that's what Ninetales does, and it's pretty typical for Ninetales to carry Will-O-Wisp. I go into Floor just because of Aromatherapy and it's nicest thing to take. I don't remember why I switched into Kyurem. I think I was predicting like him to go into something else, and I was trying to predict the double, but that didn't quite work. And I have a problem. This Kyurem is a mixed one. I think it's naive, and it's useless because the EVs, I guess, just for going for Dragon Claw. This is Scarf Kyurem, by the way, was not enough to take out this Ninetales. And I figured, with Kyurem's massive attack stat, I thought, oh, Dragon Claw would be fine. And also this thing's underleveled, so I couldn't get Outrage on it. And also I was afraid that he'd bring Sableye and Donphan, so I didn't want to lock myself in Outrage. But didn't kill, I get burned, and I figure I could save this for later since it's mixed. It's like Ice Beam, Earth Power, Dragon Claw, and something else, Fusion Bolt. So he goes into Houndoom, and I go into Florges. I thought Florges could take this thing on a little bit better, but I have been wrong in the past. Dark Pulse does nothing. That was a solo power boost to Dark Pulse. This thing I had to re-IV after this battle because this thing was from last season and it was terribly IVs, and I wanted to get this fixed. But it goes Fire Blast, and I'm like, yeah, this thing could live. This thing could live in the sun with solo power. No, it can't. I was wildly mistaken. This thing takes a lot of dies, but it's okay because I was gonna say this is kind of expendable because I wasn't quite worried, but I was fearing a Sucker Punch here, but I don't know if he would carry that. Obviously he doesn't. But like I said, this thing is mixed. It's Scarfed, and I think we can get some good damage off. Perhaps kill, but no, we can't, ladies and gentlemen, because this Kyurem sucks or needs to be re-EV'd, because god damn it. Not okay with that in damage output. So, going to Scissor. Perfect revenge killer, because he has no priority at all. Go for Bullet Punch, just take stuff out. This is notching up on Scissor's second kill. Many more to come. But he goes in Polytoad, and I predicted something here. I predicted him to go into Venusaur, or not Venusaur, but even he goes into Kabutops here, and I'm staying in locked in the Bullet Punch, and I thought maybe Bullet Punch would kill based on how much that U-turn did. Oh, that's right, because I thought he was like a special attacking Polytoad, so I just went for Bullet Punch to kill. But he goes into Kabutops, and it was like a half prediction, but it wasn't a full, like, oh, I know he's going to do that. But it played out for me. So he brings in Latios, and I was kind of expecting the Surf, but this Swampert is max HP and max defense, and that max HP takes this. I thought I'd be taking something like 65% from Latios. Now, he said it was Scarfed. If it was Specs, that I would have been able to see what it was. If it was Specs, I probably could have outsped it with my Latios later in the match. But I go for Waterfall. It's safe. I couldn't go for Earthquake. This thing carries Earthquake, Waterfall, Roar, and Stealth Rocks. So I go for Waterfall. That does nothing to the Polytoad, obviously. I don't quite agree with this Toxic. I think he should have went for Scald and try to get the burn, because as you can see, this thing is obviously physical. And I just go for Earthquake to knock it out. If he went for Scald, it probably would have did a lot more damage, and if it burned, he would have been able to get another hit off, and potentially he could have KO'd, because this thing has no special attack investment, special defense investment. But it is a Swampert, so. And shout outs to Super Swampert, Mega Swampert coming out. I can't wait to use that thing. If I draft it, if not, but even so. Alright, I switch out. This was the turning point of the match. Kyle Ray said so in his narration. I was expecting the Giga Drain, but I said if he goes for Sleep Powder right here, he wins. Because Scissor can't take on Latios and Venusaur. But, you know, right there, if he went Sleep Powder, he would have won easily. And that's a shame. Because, I mean, this match was pretty close. And such a good match. I go for Psyshock. Take out the Venusaur, one shot. This Latios, I think, is max special attack and max speed, timid. I think it goes for Ice Beam. I was curious as to why he had Ice Beam, and I figured out a Dragon Attack. And then when I thought about it, it couldn't have been Dragon Pulse, so it had to be Draco. And I think he didn't want to lock himself in a Draco with Scissor being around. So that Ice Beam doesn't kill, because obviously Latios has massive special defense. So he goes for Ice Beam, and then he takes me out with 2, because he's obviously Scarf. But I also know that he's locked in. So I have 2 Pokemon left, being Scissor and Swampert, and he has 1 Pokemon being Latios. And as we saw, what Scissor comes in and does best, you know, bullet punch things to hell. And that's exactly what Scissor does. So Scissor has notched 4 kills this match. That means that Scissor has now had, in one match, this match, has had the same amount of kills as it had all of last season. And I think there's a problem with that, because Scissor is such a threat. But, you know, this is a learning experience. It's a new season. I'm looking forward to what's going on. I apologize for not uploading for 3 months, but, you know, I was graduating college and just being busy. But now that I have more time and more focus on the GBA, you'll expect to see a lot more uploads. But this is a good match, a good starting out rivalry between Kyle and I. You know, I'm currently 2-0 if we're going to consider all the wins I've had against him in the GBA. But I'm looking forward to seeing how the season goes. Really hopeful, and I know the Sharpedoes can do well with this new, very balanced out team. But take care, guys, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace out.